Hey, thanks for waking up with Whitney this morning on K103, and it's our Jimmy Carter update being brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coating with offices in Cape and Marion. Go with Reynolds. Morning, Jimmy.
Hey, good morning. Not sure how Hurricane Helene is going to affect the listening and the viewing for the new award show tonight. The People's Choice Country Awards are on tonight from the Opry House live, hosted by Shania Twain. Watched a little bit of rehearsal last night of Brad Paisley's new song, Truck Still Works. It's going to, I think it's going to be a pretty decent show coming on at 7 on NBC. You'll see it tonight. Now, the ACM Honors was an award deal that came on this week. I didn't see it because it wasn't on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and wasn't on anything that I knew of. It was on Merritt Street, and I didn't know where to get it, and it wasn't something I felt like I needed to see necessarily anyway because it was recorded a month ago. Anyway, I found it. I felt guilty, and I found it yesterday. I looked for this Merritt Street. That's Dr. Phil's network. And I said, well, let's see how they're going to do this. So it was in 4K online streaming, and it was free. All you had to do was sign up, and you had to put a password in, but it didn't cost anything. And you started watching. And, man, there was Terry Clark did a great version of Lainey Wilson's Hang Tight Honey.
Ooh.
And they were giving awards to Lainey for winning all these awards and just having a great year. And Post Malone came out to give her the award, and she had a very heartfelt, off-the-cuff speech, and that alone was worth looking this show up. And then later there was Alan Jackson. They said it where he didn't have to walk across the stage, where he could just come out from the back and he would be where he needed to be at the lectern. His wife came with him and was kind of holding him up on the left-hand side. He said, my wife is here. I'm leaning on her literally today because, he can't stand up without wobbling and almost falling down. So, he spoke slowly, and Eric Church had done a weird version of Neon, Catching That Neon Rainbow. And and he came out and said, well, I just heard that, Eric Church. Thank you for doing that. And never quite heard that song that way. Never thought of it being that way. And then he said, because I thought that was going to be kind of a, but he said, it almost made me cry. Aww. He said, songwriting is so important. I never thought of my song being able to be done that way, and it really touched me. So I'm telling you, this ACM charter, you need to look at this. You can speed through the stuff you don't like, but go to, maybe you want to write this one down, meritplus.com. MERITPLUS, one word, .com is where the show is, and it'll have you sign up and go, and it's free. So It's well worth your time because I sped through some of it I didn't want to see, but some of the great stuff is really good.
I'll have to check it out for sure.
And Helene, what do you can say about that monster coming in today?
Yeah.
It's going to tear up a lot of stuff. It's going to 15, 20 feet. Imagine standing on a sidewalk, okay? Mm-hmm. And then this storm surge comes up, and it's twice. So you're like standing in the bottom of a deep end of a swimming pool. That's how much the water's going to be over your head for a while. So it's unsurvivable for anybody who wants to challenge that. Mm-hmm. And Tampa's going to get something 5 or 6 feet, and then the wind's still going to be a hurricane when it gets to Macon, Georgia. A lot of power is going to be out, that's for sure. Farmers, I know some farmers listen to us, I bet, in the morning. And the farmers were out in their fields overnight the last 2 nights. They've been harvesting in the middle of the night with their lights on their tractors so they can try to save the peanut and the cotton crop, because if it comes with a foot of rain, it's gone. So there's a lot going on down there in South Georgia, Northwest Florida.
All right, Jimmy, have a great day. We'll chat with you tomorrow. That's your Jimmy Carter update this morning, powered by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coating with offices in Cape and Marion. Go with Reynolds.